ABC Family's new reality show, The Vineyard, follows 11 young people having the summer experience of their lives, set on the famous East Coast vacation destination of Martha's Vineyard. As they live and work together, we get to experience all the peaks and the valleys of summertime relationship drama and romantic beachside fireworks. Welcome to HuffPost Live, you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for being with us today. So I have a tweet up here already. People are excited. This is Alexis Nicole, who says, "Yay for The Vineyard tonight." Woohoo! It's got buzz before it's even started. Okay, so for people that don't know and everyone that's watching, can you introduce yourselves and give us a little taster of what you're about?
Yeah, my name is Katie. I'm 25. I live in New York City. I had spent my summers on the Vineyard through school, and that's kind of how I fell into this whole thing. And I basically, I go there to sort of search out if my job is the right career for me, where I'm at in all aspects of my life. So it's kind of a big question mark of me finding myself and living in a house with a bunch of people that I've never met before.
This must be interesting, right?
Oh, always. I mean, we had an amazing time, but there's definitely some twists and turns, obviously, as you can imagine. For the first time, you know, you're meeting these people and you're in this beautiful house and you don't really know what to expect, but we had an incredible time, and yeah, that's my character.
Okay, so Katie, Emily.
My name's Emily. I'm from Boston, and it's my first time living on the Vineyard. I've been there a few times, just for day trips, but it's the first time living there, especially with a bunch of people. So I'm not used to sharing anything or anything like that, but it was fun, and it was a new experience going there, and basically...
How was the co-ed lifestyle? Was that kind of a strange thing for you?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm not used to living with so many boys. They're messy. Well, John isn't.
I'm not.
Luke kind of.
Are you kidding me?
I mean,
Daniel's a slob.
Daniel's like an absolute
You
slob.
wouldn't have eaten if it wasn't.
So is it kind of like all living... Oh, first of all, I want to get to the chaps, but then I want to talk about the dynamics. Okay, so Luis.
Yeah, so my name is Luis. You can call me Lou. I'm from the Jersey Shore, which is ironic to most people. But yeah, I'm kind of a wanderer. I've lived in a lot of different places. Yeah, the Vineyard is it's a special place for me. It's a place I've been before, and it was a really nice experience to get to go back there and you know, live and work with these fine people and a couple others. And you know, I'm just really grateful for the experience, and it's nice to be here.
All right, and John, finally, last but not least.
Yeah, so I am from Boston. I'm currently in college right now in pre-med, so this was kind of a time for me to get away from all that, and you know, it was a tough year, my first year, so this was my time to kind of clear my head, step back, kind of see where I wanted to go with my career in the future, and I was looking to have fun on this summer on the Vineyard, meet new people, meet new girls that come to the island. The girls in the cast house was great, and we really had a good time working together at the Black Dog part-time, spending time on the island, getting to know it. As I said, I'd never been there, so it was amazing.
So I'm really intrigued because you're pre-med, right? And you know, you've come from college or you all had careers. So why did you decide to like do a reality TV show? I mean, people think you're crazy. What did your friends say when you were like, yeah, so, you know, I'm gonna be on TV and this is the format? And
yeah, the first step was getting past my parents, getting their approval. Because, you know, you think reality TV and there's some negative misconceptions with who you're gonna be after that and how you're gonna be portrayed. But, you know, I did modeling throughout high school and throughout college, and they contacted my agency, and it took a lot of getting to know who I was and a lot of trust in the producers and the crew, and it was definitely something where I had to be like, okay, I gotta put my trust in them. And the way they were saying this show was gonna be was completely different from everything you've seen with the real world with Jersey Shore, and they're great pieces and they were great shows, but this is 180 degrees away from that. And
yeah, you mentioning the Jersey Shore, I mean, Lou, you said you're from New Jersey. So did you have those kind of like, you know, Snooki, we kind of see these like larger than life personalities. What do you think of those people? I mean, what do you think of the people, like the cast of Jersey Shore? Were they people that you sort of like really rate, or were you thinking that's them, but I'm different? How?
Well, being from the Jersey Shore, you know, I've never met Snooki or anyone else on the Jersey Shore, so it's hard to make that assumption on how they They are. I never watched the Jersey Shore, so again, you know, can't make much on who they are. But you know, I'm proud to be from there. You know, their show was very successful, so you know, kudos to them.
Do you feel like you guys are different? Like how do you feel?
Yeah.
So what's different about it? Katie, tell me what's different about it.
I mean, you know, aside from how beautiful the whole show turned out, there are real storylines and there's depth to all of us as people. I mean, John's pre-med, Sophie's an aspiring singer, Kat's trying to, you know, pursue her artwork in New York. Ben was in the Coast Guard, so, you know, there are real, you know, people are going through turning points in their lives and they're trying to make the right decision and find out where they want to live and who they want to be with and what career they want to choose. And I think that our generation tends to take a step back and really take time to figure out, you know, what's best for them, to travel, to see the world, to bounce around in careers a little bit. So I think we're all, I guess to sum it up, kind of in a mix in where we're at in our lives, but we're all kind of at a crossroads of what direction we should take.
So there are 11 of you and you're all working together, you're all living together. Let's just take a little look at a clip of when you, Katie, show up at the Vineyard Vacation House.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Katie. Sophie. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
There's some good-looking girls here this summer. Right, dude, the house is filling up. You have your eye on anybody?
Yeah, dude, Katie, I saw her on the boat.
Good pic.
She's real cute.
Yeah, she is.
You usually work at the Black Dog?
Well, my good friends Jackie and Gabby are managing it this summer, so they kind of set up the housing and everything.
Oh, your room's really nice.
Makes sense.
Ladies,
What's up, girls?
Hello.
nobody wanted to go?
Yeah, why'd you guys go?
No.
Have you been here before?
A little weird.
Yeah, I spent a bunch of summers here, but I haven't been back in a long time. It's so fun.
Hopefully you can take me around the island a little bit. Hey guys.
Hey.
Katie!
Hello.
What are you doing here?
God.
My goodness, I haven't seen you forever.
Okay, so it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. I had no idea Lou was going to be there. I didn't even know I was going down to the Vineyard, honestly, until a couple weeks before my good friends had convinced me to come. So going into the house, not knowing anyone, and then seeing that he was living there was like a surprise. Yeah, it was great. I mean, it's like you have a friend in the house and someone you know. And
So we're kind of dodging around it. It's all about finding summer romances, really, isn't it? Is it all about is it all about the sex? Can I just say that? Is it all about the sex? Was that, you know, did stuff go on?
oh yeah, there's plenty of hookups and drama. And
There's a lot that goes on, yeah.
It's twists and turns.
Overlapping.
Your head's gonna be spinning, but you're gonna love it.
What is sex?
Oh, honey, it's not that kind of show. I can't do that now. But I mean, it's true that there's got to be something. Were you reticent about that, like putting your love lives on camera? Were you nervous about doing that?
oh yeah, I mean, you put a
Lou's
lot.
like, no, just like,
I was ready to go this summer.
yeah. Oh, the boys, they were all for it.
What better opportunity do you have? I mean,
We're living with beautiful women.
yeah, you get to live with 6 beautiful women, and you get the opportunities to go on. I mean, the Vineyard, is a backdrop like no other. I mean, you get to do things that you would never think or never be able to do anywhere else. So,
what kind of things?
I mean, for example, taking out wave runners, animals.
And horseback riding on the beach.
Oh, okay, I wasn't going to say it, but yeah, horseback riding on the beach. And, just like, there are so many places to hike. I mean, down island and up island, the whole island itself is beautiful, but, down island you have the, it's more of a town, suburban lifestyle. And then you go up island and it's just, beautiful hills, farms. You feel like you're in 2 different worlds. So it's just amazing where you can go and where it'll take you.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the island as well, because so people are locals. There are a couple of the guys that are on the show that are locals, and then you guys are washer-shorts. Oh, it doesn't. What is a washer-short?
Sounds.
It's confusing.
Someone that just comes on the island, and a lot of the locals don't really like the vacationers there because how much does it increase.
It's
once,
like
Goes from 15
goes to like
150,000
150,000, I think, in midsummer.
So they must have loved you
So
guys
they're-
when you turned up.
No, there's mixed feelings.
You're an
I wouldn't say they
optimist.
loved us, but
I mean, did you have pushback from locals? Were people like friendly or?
it was very
yeah,
split.
there are a lot of friendly people and a lot of not so friendly people, but
They just have misconceptions about what the show
Yeah.
is. I think they think reality and they think Jersey Shore and they think we're going to destroy the reputation of their island. And you know they haven't really seen the show yet. So I think once they do, they're going to change their opinion based on how we portrayed the island. And you know I'm really from Boston. I'm coming to the island for the first time. So that's who I am. I'm not pretending to be like I'm a person from the island. You know.
Right. And I mean, it's like a famous hotspot, isn't it? I mean, Lady Gaga has a house there that she built recently. I've got an article here, the Obamas vacation at Martha's Vineyard in Seven
there
Foot
right
Silver.
now.
Obama is
They're
actually
right now.
we're at our home.
They were at the place you were staying at?
Yes.
Really?
There's all these
Interesting.
photos of Obama and like these little kids like playing around the backyard and stuff. I guess he had never actually stayed there, but he was on our property,
Wow.
which was cool.
So did you see anything else? Did you sort of spy any kind of like dog toys for Bo just lying around or?
No, he's actually, I think he's on the island right now, or at least Michelle and the kids are. They've vacationed there. I saw the girls one time a few summers back before I had done the show, and it was really cool. They were waving to us.
They waved. That's really nice. That's a nice
it's
moment.
exciting, yeah.
So what about your interactions with the celebrities? Did you kind of see that aspect of the island? I mean, working at the Black Dog, what kind of people go through the bar, or is it very much just like the locals and you interacting with them?
Every kind of people. I mean, everyone comes to the Black Dog. It's such an iconic place. You know, on our drive up here, it's funny. You know, they say that you can see a Black Dog T-shirt almost anywhere in the world. You'll be like, you know, in the Sahara Desert, and you'll find this guy wearing a Black Dog T-shirt. Well, we saw a guy literally running backwards as we're driving past him, and he's wearing a Black Dog T-shirt. So I mean, it's a place for everybody. It's a family environment. You know, there are so many things. They have a kids store, a restaurant. They have the docks,
Bakery.
You know, the bakery. So everybody goes there.
The thing about being on an island, though, is that you haven't really got an escape, right? So I'm imagining that you guys seem like you're all like best of friends. So what happens when things, you know, what happens if you have like a little fight? You know, it's like living with your brothers or sisters or something or more. How do you get through some of the difficult times when you're like new people in one big house? How do you work through that?
well, it's crazy because we live together and we work together, so it's
Not that easy.
yeah.
If
If you get in a fight with somebody, it's just
Really?
they're in your face the whole time.
You sleep on the couch. You go to the other side of the Black Dog, but it sucks.
So yeah, what a lot of sleeping on the couch, Lou? Are you volunteering here?
I don't know, John. How many times did I sleep on the couch?
Yeah, Lou and I have had our differences throughout the season, you could say, and
What kind of differences?
we were roommates from the start, and you know, I think people will see that we really don't click right from the beginning, and whether it's personality differences or whatever the audience thinks is the reasons, we definitely have some low points throughout the season.
Our beds were really close together, so we spent a lot of time cuddling. And I think when you start off that close, you just like, it's hard to build a relationship. It's so
Once you
strong at
start
the
with
beginning.
spooning, I mean, where do you go from
It's
there?
just-
Yeah, the beds got closer and
Only go
closer
down.
together.
Well, speaking of beds getting closer, I want to show another clip. In this clip, the girls of the Vineyard discuss boyfriends and relationships.
Were you flirting with him?
I mean, people with money know people with money.
She wants all the bells and whistles, the fancy car, the...
I mean, it doesn't hurt.
Don't you want to make your own money one day and do your own thing and not depend on a guy to make his money for you?
No, why would you want to do that? I mean, that sounds so stressful.
So what was your last relationship like?
My last boyfriend was 12 years older.
Guys that are that old are done. They're set. They're ready to sit down and they're not getting back up.
So this is just like a taste then of what we're going to be expecting on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, Emily and I don't exactly start out on the right foot either, but you know, I sort of had an escape in a sense. My two best friends were down there and they didn't live in the house, so it was sort of nice to have an outlet outside of your roommates, your coworkers and everything. So I was able to, hang out with them and spend time with them. So I was fortunate in that aspect. But Emily and I work at the clothing store together, so It's a lot.
It's a lot to live and work together. I can imagine. I can imagine. And Lou, I'm really intrigued because it said in your bio when I was reading up that you are a bit of a playboy.
No, I think you're talking about
Talking about me.
Yeah.
Really? Why did I automatically think you were the
He's
playboy?
the hopeless romantic.
You're a hopeless romantic?
If you said the word hopeless,
We're gonna go at it.
that word gets thrown around too much, hopeless. No, I wouldn't consider myself a playboy at all. I went to the island looking for myself and, you know, hopefully the right woman, which I'm, still bewitched by right now, I guess we'll say.
So you did find love?
You'll have to wait and see.
Such a tease.
I know.
Such a tease.
I hear that a lot too.
And Emily, so you were looking for a man as well?
Yeah, that was my first priority going to the island. Wasn't to work at the Black Dog, but yeah, I was going to the island, hopefully find some nice guy, maybe a yacht.
Maybe a yacht? Really? That's what you were looking for? A guy with a yacht?
Either or, yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I was just looking for a guy that has his life together and
It's a really
turns out interesting.
Well, I mean, I do have to say though, from you guys are, you're lovely and you chaps are just, really, really personable. Do you worry a little bit about the fact that people might perceive you in a different way from the show? Because, these shows are edited and they're edited in a certain way. Are you worried about like any backlash? You kind of prepared for that? How do you prepare for the fact that your lives are just about to be flooded on to the, the mainstream? People are going to know who you are.
I was scared at first, but we saw a few episodes and actually, like, it's pretty true to what it is.
It really is. I mean, we were with the producers last night and they showed us things, and of course you're nervous. You don't know how they're going to edit things and twist it, but they really did an amazing job, and I think they portray us in the way that we really are, and in our real lives. So it's outside of being on the Vineyard, like that, that's who I am in New York City. Here it's really us, so.
So after you've gone through this experience, is there going to be another season? Can we expect like a second, are you going to have a second summer or a second year in Martha's Vineyard? Or?
Yeah, we'd love that.
Showing the summer on the island is one thing, but showing what happens off, peak season, in the fall and winter time, that's when real fun can start. So hopefully we get right back to it and people like it, and we get back to shooting a second season pretty soon. Because it'd be cool to show. I've spent winter on the island and it's not like the summer, so but it's still real and it's still there, and just because it's a vacation spot, that doesn't mean that that's all it has to be. There's a lot more to it. So.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot more to it from this. If the series is anything to go by, guys, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
And
Appreciate it.
And you can catch The Vineyard on ABC Family, and it premieres tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. And there's more to come next on HuffPost Live.